Thanks for staying with us on News Tonight. Now, it was only yesterday that NDTV Hindu exposed the deplorable living conditions in a hostel in Mylapore, where students of the backward classes have been staying at. But NDTV Hindu didn't just stop with that. We tracked down the Minister for Backward Classes in Tamil Nadu, asking him for an answer. And he promised us a detailed report would be given from the secretary in his department over the functioning of that particular hostel. But neither has the minister nor a report been visible of late. Now, in other news, in the wake of the Ayodhya verdict, which is slated for the 24th of September, the government is taking a couple of precautionary measures. As part of this, bulk SMSs and MMSs have been banned for the next 72 hours, that's 3 days, throughout the country. This is being done to control unwanted riots across the country. Now, there's every reason for the colleges affiliated to the University of Madras to sit up and listen to this report. The university has sent out a stern warning to over 100 affiliated colleges that even if they don't have the lack of teachers that is qualified, then the affiliated courses will be withdrawn. The Vice Chancellor made it clear that from the next academic year, for all existing courses as well as the new courses, the colleges have to have the university approval and follow norms as per the latest UGC courses. This comes in the backdrop of the directive from the Madras High Court to the university to inspect and assess the teachers of the affiliated colleges.
From the next academic year onwards, unless they have a qualification approval for their staff, they can't run the courses. There are certain faculty, they have been working for more than 10 years, okay? With the qualification which was insisted at the beginning of appointment. Those type of faculty members should be regularized.
Well, staying with news from the educational arena, in fresh allegations in the school fee row, worried parents have come out this time saying that the government that started a committee has not lived up to implement that very committee they set up. They are demanding the Tamil Nadu government for an appeal to vacate the stay on the Govindarajan committee. The Tamil Nadu Students' Parents Welfare Association has decided to bring in all parents' federations together to stage a major protest on the 9th of October. This comes in spite of the Madras High Court's interim stay order and the parents who've been blaming the government for their inaction of not challenging that order. Meanwhile, members of the Students' Federation of India have echoed similar demands of the parents. They approached the authorities of the Directorate of School Education today. They accuse the ruling government of giving in to the pressure of what they call the education mafia. Well, it looks like education has been a focus point tonight in the latest on the opposition to the Common Entrance Test, or the CET. AIADMK Supremo Ms. J. Jayalalitha has asked the centre to withdraw its support for the CET in medical courses for postgraduate students, which was proposed by the Medical Council of India. She accused the DMK and the UPA government of remaining a mute spectator to something in which rural students would be affected badly. Well, another group is up in arms. This time they are demanding reservations for the minority status. It's a group of Brahmins belonging to the Brahmin Youth Federation of India. Their demands include minority status to Brahmins in the state, carrying out caste-based census in the state on priority, 10% reservations for Brahmins in education and employment, a welfare board for poor amongst upper castes, extension of government welfare schemes for poor Brahmins, and reservation of seats for Brahmins in the State Legislative Council. Well, like we said, protests dotted the city today. This was over the murder of a youth, a 26-year-old tenant in Saligramam area who was assaulted by a 15-member gang armed with deadly weapons led by a gangster on the 14th of this month. Condemning the inaction of the city police in arresting the gangster, allegedly backed by the ruling DMK, around 200 protesters of the TMMK staged a mass protest in Coimbatore today. The women's accommodation in the house was the issue. A case has been registered by the Virukambakkam police against the hired gang who ransacked the woman's house. The protesters dispersed after the intervention of T Nagar's Deputy Commissioner of Police, who promised action against the gangsters soon. Now, Ramar Pillai, the controversial inventor of herbal fuel, is back in the news. This time he calls it biofuel and claims it has been approved by the Danish Technological Institute. Our reporter Kyuku Alex brings you this story.
In the year 2000, Ramar Pillai was arrested and investigated by the CBI for selling what he called herbal fuel. The Indian Institute of Technology rejected his claim after tests. Pillai has now rebranded his controversial invention as biofuel. He told a news conference in Chennai it has been approved by the Danish Technological Institute, which is backed by the European Union.
உலகத்தரம் வாய்ந்த லேபரட்டரி வந்து அங்கீகாரம் கொடுத்தாச்சு. மக்களுக்கு உபயோகப்படுத்துறதுக்கு நாங்கள் எந்த வித பிரதிபலனும் எதிர்பார்க்காம தமிழர் முதல்வர்லாம் வந்து நாங்கள் மத்திய அரசாங்கத்துக்கு இதை நாங்கள் டெவலப் பண்ணுறதுக்கு தர தயாராக இருக்கோம். எங்களுடைய இந்த கண்டுபிடிப்புக்கும் எங்களுக்கும் உரிய வந்து பாதுகாப்பு தரணும். முதல்ல வந்து உயிர் பிச்சை கிடைக்கணும். அப்போ தானே மற்றது செய்ய முடியும்.
He claims his biofuel is made just with water, ammonium chloride, citric acid and fructose. He also says that there are 4 different approved ways to make it. Questions were raised as to how the water could catch fire when there was a clear separation between the layers of water and other additives. Ramar said his crude presentation should not be a basis to judge and that lab tests would clear doubts. He hopes that the scientific community will endorse his invention this time and that this will refuel his dreams of a cheaper fuel. In Chennai, Kuku Alex for NDTV Hindu.
Well, this is News Tonight. Still ahead on the bulletin. 11 days more to go, but it's only going from bad to worse. But no sense of embarrassment, it seems. That's coming up in just a bit.